Hello, everybody, and welcome back. It's a brand new season here in 1999, and we're getting ready to start the season off with a bang. The RMS Clash here at a new location, that being the new Kansas Speedway. 25 drivers will take to the banks of this Midwest racetrack for the first time ever in its history. And maybe someday it'll end up on the RMS or ADS schedule. That remains to be seen. We need to run a race first to see what happens. Let's get through your starting lineup. That was decided by random draw. Ezekiel Garcia Ball wins the pole. He won at Bristol last year. With Alex Davidson to his outside, he won, I believe, one pole last season. Why is the Clash at Kansas? Because I can do whatever I want. And row 2 is Grace Sachs, who won at Martinsville last season, subbing in for Riley Smith. And to his outside is Caleb Lane, who won 2 races last season, that being Road America and IRP. Row 3 is Peter Lane, no relation. He won back-to-back races, that being Kentucky and Dover. And to his outside, Ronnie Martin, who won his first race last year, that being North Wilkesboro. Row 4 is Kyler Sustry, who won at Talladega, and your defending Daytona 500 champion, that being Flandre Wilson. In row 5 is Skippy Larson, he won at Pocono, and Michael Parsons, who won at Texas, the new racetrack. Another surprise here in this clash, row 6, Justin Perez, who won the Daytona pole and didn't really do much else last year. And then to his outside, that being Mark Evans, who finally broke a long winless streak to win at Autumn Hill, of all places. Anton Alvarez and Jonathan Marks in this row. Alvarez won at New Hampshire, and Jonathan Marks won the championship, but he will not be defending it as he is now retired. He's just showing up to the Clash for one more start in RMS before calling it a career. And in the next row, we got Patrick Kamitz and Elaine McThydig. Both won poles last season. Kamitz, I believe, won multiple poles, but never won a race. Dan Sedgwick and Nelson Reeves, they also have a connection. They both won at Atlanta last season, but it was a bit different. Reeves won at the old Atlanta, while Sedgy won at the brand new one and broke a long winless streak of his own dating back to the 1997 Daytona 500. And in this row, it's Riley Smith and Angel Gutierrez. Smith won a couple poles last season. Gutierrez, being a rookie, won at Auto Club for his first career win. Teammates occupy this row. S.T. Craig won 2 races last year, that being Las Vegas and Michigan. And Ryan Scarrett, he won at Rockingham last year. Mark Guerrero won a road course, that being Watkins Glen. Kurem Shavasova won a couple poles. And in the final row, who else? Kurt Perkins, he won the most races last year, that being 4 races, and yet didn't end up with the title. That's your starting lineup. Let's waste no further time and get this race underway.
Drivers, start your engines!
I swear I know what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. We are never finishing this race. That's what a coward would say. But anyways, the cars get underway here for the first time on this new tarmac, as they take to the banking for the first time as well. Ezekiel Garcia Ball and Alex Davidson leading the field. And the pace car will pull in 41 laps at this brand new facility, high-class facility. We're going to go green in the Clash. And for the first time in 1999, here we go! Garcia Ball gets a great jump on the rest of the pack as he'll clear Davidson on the outside for the lead. Gray Sachs will pull into second. Got a run here coming down the back stretch. Might be looking for the lead here. Does he have room? Yes, he does. He's going for the lead. Peter Lane now moves up into third behind as Gray Sachs is going to grab the lead all to himself. Oh, contact there. Lane and Sustry mingling a bit as Wilson goes spinning behind. Flandre Wilson goes spinning, and it's a multi-car accident behind. If I can get it. Now, there we go. Wilson destroyed. Reeves destroyed. Elaine McThydig, heavy damage. I believe some other drivers were involved. Mark Evans as well, I believe, went spinning. And that's our first huge crash of the evening. And our first yellow flag is out. And a lot of damaged race cars. Let's see what happened here. Turn 4 is going to be a bit of a trouble spot here as they're 4 wide. Marks and Evans make contact, sending Wilson around in front of everybody here. Slides back up the racetrack. Big hit there by Reeves. Nowhere for him to go. Gets pile driven by McThydig behind as they all go spinning around. Heavy damage to all 3 cars. Evans didn't really get as much damage as I thought he did, but he did ride the wall somewhat. But I would say Reeves and Wilson are probably out of it. So is McThydig. Unless we get a hoodless wonder here. But big damage to both those cars as our first caution waves today. Here's on board with Wilson. Big hit. And heavy damage to the 40 car. Getting ready for our first restart of the season. As Gray Sachs currently leads over the rest of the field right now. Andre Wilson, Nelson Reeves, and Elaine McThydig, all involved in that incident, have now retired. And your top 10 currently is, of course, Gray Sachs, Ezekiel Garcia Ball, Peter Lane, Tyler Sistray, Alex Davidson, Skippy Larson, Caleb Blaine in the new Monte Carlo for the 99-2000 season, Justin Perez in 8th, Patrick Kamitz in 9th, and Michael Parsons rounds out your top 10 as the engines rev up some more. And getting ready for our first restart of the new season. Pace car will pull in here soon. Or led all the laps, but will that stay the same? Probably not. We'll see here. Green flag is back out. And Garcia Ball already looking for a way to get by. The 39 moves up to the high side. Maybe going to try a crossover here. No chance. As it's mostly single file here as Tyler Sistra gets moved out of the group. So does Skippy Larson. And Peter Lane's going for second now. Or at least thought about it. He did not have enough of a run, and he'll stay right behind the 17 for now. Oh, and looks like he's going to get a good run here. Bump out of the way. Peter Lane trying to get second place all to his own, and he's being a bit aggressive by doing that. And he's going to get it. It's a Parsons Motorsports 1-2 now. 3 wide behind. Michael Parsons, Justin Perez sliding way up. Almost lost it there for a second. Caleb Lane hanging on to it, ripping the high line. Tyler Sistray also kind of involved in that a bit. Sachs just looks so good right now in turns 3 and 4 so far. Peter Lane trying to chase him down though, as he'll lead another lap. Has so far led them all. Parsons also making moves. He moves up to 3rd now, getting around Davidson. Slides up a bit, maybe allow Davidson to get back here. He's got a bit of a run, but Caleb Lane is right behind him. So I don't think that run is going to last for that much longer. Almost contact between those two. Peter Lane trying to get some fresh, clean air on his front bumper right now, trying to close in on his teammate right now. Part-time teammate, to be specific, as Carlos is trying making moves behind. And he's just not very good on entry there, as you can see. Sachs running the middle lane is helping to his advantage so far. Peter Lane's going to get a good run on the backstretch here. He's going to close up a bit here. Well, he's going to close up a ton here. He might make the move for the lead here. Coming into the tri-oval. Sachs trying to block. Ran out of room there. Peter Lane's going to have the advantage into turn 1. Who's going to take it? It's going to be Peter Lane. He takes the lead. Parsons right behind. He's going to try to take second. And it looks like he will. Looks like we're under caution. Racing back to the line here. Lane's going to hang on to the lead here. Parsons might be able to get second here out of turn 4. And yes, he will. Caution flag is out. Oh, and Stravostov's destroyed. And so is Davidson, who was in 4th place, I believe, if I remember correctly. What happened? Well, the incident was really all Kurt Perkins' fault here, sliding up the racetrack contact there sends Davidson around. And he keeps spinning him. And what goes up, what goes down must come up. Riley Smith, big contact there on the rear end. And ST Craig also gets involved as well. I think Skippy Larson is just going to avoid it. I think maybe some contact there. Stravostov, a big front end contact as he gets involved. Alvarez also big contact there for him. Yeah, I didn't even realize Craig and Smith were involved as Alvarez goes for a spin. And I think he's going to make contact with the outside wall there just a tad bit, but big damage there to the 44 there. And a big damage to Davidson and Stravostova, who got huge damage from that. I think, oh, Riley Smith rolling somehow. That's how we didn't notice him on pit road. He never made it to pit road. So it's a 5-car incident, and it takes out an early contender as, ST Craig got some more damage there trying to get around Davidson. And Davidson was a big competitor, but now he's out of it. Looks like everybody's going to be pitting here, as Peter Lane's going to lead the field to pit road for the first time tonight. Lane, Parsons, and Gray Sachs. Parsons Motorsports 1, 2, 3. As you can see, Davidson is already out. Stravostova still on pit road there, probably getting towed, as we all know from in our 2003 experience. As Lane pulls into his pit stall. Let's see what the strategy is. Looks like it's going to be mostly 4 tires and fuel for everyone here. Don't want to risk it early. Parsons out of his pit stall. He might risk it. Might be an alternate strategy, and Parsons is easily going to win the race off of pit road. Perez, then Kamitz, then Perkins. I think some of these drivers are taking alternate strategies here. Guerrero, I believe, is off 5th. And then Gutierrez, and then Peter Lane drops all the way back. And this has definitely shuffled up the field somewhat as Parsons will grab the lead off of pit road. And it looks like we're going to be restarting this time by. Oh, and Evans blew up. 7-6-4. And Evans' day is done in the clash. Very unfortunate outcome for the veteran. As the car limps on the apron, he'll probably make it to pit road. Hopefully. But anyways, welcome back. As we're getting ready to wrap up our second caution of the race. As you just saw, Evans blew up. Our current top 10 is Michael Parsons, Justin Perez, Patrick Kamitz, Fred Perkins, Angel Gutierrez, Mark Guerrero, Peter Lane, Ryan Scarrett, Kyle Sustry, and Gray Sachs rounds out your top 10. I believe most of the drivers who are currently in front of Peter Lane are on a different strategy right now. Maybe they took 2 tires. Maybe they took fuel only. I don't know, but we'll see here what happens. As Parsons is going to lead the field back to green here. And we are back underway. Kamitz trying to make a move on the outside here, and already 3 wide. Gutierrez being aggressive, trying to get 3rd place. Rookie of the Year contender last year. Guerrero trying to make a move on the car that he owns, the 87. That being, as Perez kind of holding up everybody else behind. Parsons pulling away. 4 wide for a second there. And we saw what 4 wide happened last time we came out of turn 4 on the first caution. That didn't quite end well for some of those drivers, as Parsons just pulling away here. It's a slower car of Riley Smith there. As Guerrero and Gutierrez get stuck up on the outside line. Kind of single fouled out here. Peter Lane trying to get 2nd place. He'll make a move on the inside of the 18. Sustry will follow the 18 on the outside, though. I'm not sure about that strategy, if that's going to work. Oh, getting tight off of turn 4 there. Pretty dangerous there. Perkins is going to get around and get into 3rd place. So is Ronnie Martin as well. Gray Sachs might be able to get around the 18 as well. Martin's trying to go for 3rd here. one of the more gentlemanly drivers of the series. Trying to get around Perkins, and he will. Sachs trying to get around Perkins as well. As Skippy Larson joins in on the battle. Parsons still leading. It's all been dominated by Parsons Motorsports so far here at Kansas. Parsons Motorsports 1-2. Ronnie Martin breaking it up as Sachs slid way up high. I think Perkins might have gotten into the wall. Here comes Caleb Blaine and Jonathan Marks. So far, contact behind. Perez and K-Mates made some contact there. That could have been disastrous for the both of them, but they hang on to it. As the field is mostly single-filed out front, except for the leaders. Peter Lane trying to get the lead back from his team owner. Will he be able to? No, not quite. But here comes Ronnie Martin. Martin might make it 3 wide. No, Parsons got around him. He got a big enough run to get around Peter Lane, but Ronnie Martin's going to pick up second. Break up the Parsons Motorsports 1-2. Now he's going to be looking for the lead here. The top 3 have completely pulled away from everybody else as Skippy Larson now falls into 4th place. Martin's going to get a huge run here into turn 2. Martin, big run, peaks down to the inside. But the run kind of stalled out there at the end. Still right behind Parsons. He might have a chance here out of turn 4. If he builds up enough momentum, he's got it. He might have a chance coming into turn 1. Side by side for the lead. Ronnie Martin looking to become the first leader that isn't a Parsons Motorsports driver. Parsons trying to hang on the outside. He cannot. Peter Lane's going to try to get around his team owner again. But Parsons is going to try to cross over Ronnie Martin here. Martin is trying to lead the lap. Parsons is as well. We might be 3 wide here. Peter Lane's got a big enough of a run. Side by side. Martin's going to lead the lap. As we're just about halfway through this. But Peter Lane, I believe, is going to take the lead by making it 3 wide. Martin's trying to hang on the outside, though. He might be able to. Fighting here with the big dogs, and it might actually work. No, he can't quite get clear. And there goes Peter Lane to the lead. And Larson has caught up with these 3 as well. It's going to become a 4-man race. All Chevys, 1, 2, 3, except for the Toyota in front. Here goes Peter Lane. He gets spun around and hits the outside wall hard. Caution flag is out. And somehow nobody else hit him. He's one lucky man there. But man, he just got dumped out of the lead by his own teammate, I believe. Drag race to the line. Parsons is going to win it. But wow. What in the world just happened? So I think it was more... Yeah, Parsons kind of slid up into his own teammate there as Lane was trying to get down. And he slams the outside wall hard. Ronnie Martin almost got involved there. And then sliding down the racetrack. This is the most miraculous thing. All of these drivers somehow avoid the 33 here, sliding down the racetrack, especially here. So close of margins there from it becoming an even worse accident for Peter Lane. He will continue on, but he's got heavy rear end damage and probably some severe front end damage as well. I wouldn't imagine he's kind of out of the running to win this, but drama here. Huge drama in the RMS clash here at Kansas. Riding along with Peter Lane. Just unfortunate. Getting ready for the restart. Michael Parsons still leading the field, just won the race to the line over Skippy Larson. Gray Sachs in 3rd, Ronnie Martin in 4th, his teammate Caleb Blaine right behind, Garcia Ball, Kyler Sustry, Kurt Perkins, Dan Sedgwick, and Mark Guerrero rounds out their top 10. I don't believe Peter Lane pitted to repair that damage, but he'll continue on. As Michael Parsons will lead the field back to green here, looking to win the clash. And the green flag is back out. Pretty even start between the top two there. Larson maybe looking to get the lead here soon as they make moves behind. Caleb Lane trying to get around Ronnie Martin. Larson is peeking down low there a bit, as you can see. Trying to find some room to get around the three. As they head down the backstretch, Larson peaks once again, but he doesn't really have enough of a run as Parsons slides up. He's got room. Skippy Larson trying to get side by side here on the tri-oval. He cannot. He just doesn't have a run at all. As a 3 wide behind, being a bit aggressive as Dan Sedgwick drops back. Larson's has got a chance here once again. Bumps Parsons out of the way a bit. Side by side here down the backstretch, just like their battle at Pocono a year ago. Skippy Larson gonna grab the lead with this move. Gray Sachs right behind, trying to pick up second as well. Caleb Lane and Garcia Bolos showing up once again. Drag race to the line. Who gets second? It's Parsons. And Lane is making it 3 wide for second. What an aggressive move! And Parsons is gonna turn Sachs into the outside wall. The teammates make contact and they send each other into the outside wall. Alvarez got clipped there a bit. Oh my goodness, Parsons dumps another teammate. And the caution flag is out once again, and Gray Sachs' day is done, probably. All that engine smoke. It's a Parsons Motorsports implosion here at the Clash. Wow! So Caleb Lane makes it 3 wide entering turn 1 here. And Parsons and Sachs, they're going to make contact here. And I wouldn't say Parsons didn't really dump him this time. Sachs just kept sliding up, and then there was eventually no room. But Parsons definitely turned his teammate around as they both make contact there. Alvarez eventually gets clipped, but man, what an implosion by Parsons Motorsports here. They were so dominant. And now most of their cars are probably going to be out of the running here. As Sachs, his day in the Clash is done. And he had a really good race car underneath him. It's so unfortunate. Michael Parsons probably out of the running to win it. And who's left for Parsons Motorsports except for Dan Sedgwick? And he hasn't really done anything today. He currently sits 11th. So it'll be an interesting end to the Clash for sure. Getting ready for the restart here. I believe we have about 5 laps to go. Michael Parsons did it again as Gray Sachs now out of the race. Only 18 cars left. Caution didn't come out for some time there, but the officials eventually waved the yellow flag. That's why maybe the field is a bit more shuffled up than it was coming to the line after the accident. And Skippy Larson still leading, looking to win the Clash in the first ever race at Kansas Motor Speedway. Gonna be the final restart of the race. Next caution. If a caution comes out again, that'll be race over pretty much. As the pace car will pull in. Skippy Larson trying to win it. Garcia Ball right behind. Towers just trying, a bunch of other drivers also trying to win it. And we're back underway. Assist trying to make something happen on the outside here. 3 wide once again. Caleb Lane being aggressive as always. And you know what happened last time he did that? Dan Sedgwick, also great restart. The only flag bearer left of Parsons Motorsports that's at least somewhat competitive. As Lane is going to clear his teammate. As Garcia Ball is eyeing the lead here. Gonna be 3 laps to go, crossing the start-finish line. Larson leading, but for how much longer? That's the question. Unless a caution comes out here soon, I don't know. As Lane slides up, Martin slides up as well. Sedgy in a bit of trouble. Cowers just trying to pass him. Garcia Ball waiting to make a move. He hasn't quite made the move yet. He just doesn't have enough momentum. He does out of turn 4. Almost contact. Side by side for the lead. 2 laps to go. Garcia Ball trying to get it. Ronnie Martin right behind, trying to get third place. He's going to clear Caleb Lane, his teammate. And now it's mostly single file here. Does Skippy Larson have a counterattack? Yes, he does. Moving down to the inside. Doesn't have any room. What a great defensive block by Garcia Ball. Here we go. White flag. Last lap. Skippy Larson does have a run here. He's going to make a move here soon. Into turn 1. Side by side for the lead. Ronnie Martin close behind. Closing in. Caleb Lane as well. They want the win as well. Larson's going to clear. Does Garcia Ball have a counterattack? He's got to make it soon. Into turn 3 and 4 for the final time. Garcia Ball, can he get side by side here? Contact! No, he cannot. Skippy Larson is going to win the clash in dramatic fashion. Probably the third best, maybe fourth best car out of those few Parsons Motorsports drivers there. And if Garcia Ball had one more lap, he could have probably won it. But Skippy Larson is going to end up victorious and winning the RMS Clash and the first ever race at Kansas Motor Speedway.